For Ryan.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Environment Minister. Emissions are higher under your government than the previous Morrison government. Yesterday, you told the Global Nature Positive Summit—
No, the member for Ryan will begin her question again. Everyone knows my position during question time. It's about the individual being respected and heard with their question. So no interjections while the member for Ryan begins her question again.
Thank you, Speaker. It's to the Environment Minister. Emissions are higher under your government than the previous Morrison government. Yesterday, you told the Global Nature Positive Summit that you want to protect nature and the climate. Why then do you keep approving new coal and gas projects, including one that will operate until 2080? Thank you.
Call to the Minister for the Environment and the Minister for Water.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. And I might leave a little bit of time for the Climate and Energy Minister to add to my answer. But as I would say to the Greens political party, that the projects that she's referring to, the 3 extensions that she's referring to, every one of them is measured against our safeguard mechanism. That's a mechanism that you helped design, that you voted for, that will get Australia to net zero by 2050. You agreed to those laws because you said these will get carbon pollution down. I know that the Greens are a bit embarrassed about their history in this area because, of course, last time we were in government, they voted with the Liberals and Nationals to block action on carbon pollution reduction, and because of that, 80 million extra tonnes of carbon pollution was admitted into our atmosphere. Under Labor, by contrast, we've now got renewable energy proceeding apace. I have already approved I've approved 63 renewable energy projects, enough to power 7 million Australian homes. We've got renewable energy in our grid up to 42%, and on a very happy half hour last week it was at 72% renewable energy in our grid. What is the biggest risk to this transition to renewable energy? Well, the biggest risk is those opposite and their fanciful approach to suggest that nuclear power, the most expensive form of electricity generation, might help out in 20 years' time. And what absolutely blows me away is I never hear anything from the Greens political party actually pointing out that nuclear power is the biggest risk to the transition to renewable energy in this country. I'd remind the chamber that I'm the first minister in Australian history ever to actually block a coal mine, but I did that because of its impact on water and the Great Barrier Reef. Coal projects aren't assessed for their emissions under environment laws. They're assessed under the safeguard mechanism which you helped design and deliver and voted for. Do you want to add anything?
The Minister for Climate Change.
Emissions. Mr Speaker, I'm pleased to report to the House in support of the Minister for the Environment that emissions are down in the year to March 2024 by 2.7 million tonnes, Mr Speaker. That's what real policy achieves, not rowing around Newcastle Harbour. That doesn't bring emissions down. Real policies bring emissions down.
Authorised by E. Watson Brown, Australian Greens, Taringa.